What's another video? Today we're going to try our one block survival world. That wouldn't have happened last time. We went through, I think, one more rotation. So now we're probably getting closer to, I think there's about, say, 10 rotations? 12 rotations. So basically it cycles through every biome kind of type based item. Now, what we should do is actually just get in. We're going to go to sleep. Get through this night. And everything. Alright. Now, I don't know what we have for our stuff. Do we have... Okay, we got arrows. We got booties. We don't have very many of other things, do we? Alrighty. We also got skeleton spawn eggs. That was part of the thing. We also got like a spawner. So I don't want to carry too much because, like, you know how the mobs have been hitting for most of this. We got our little thing here, so I want to go look around. We also got our dog. Hello, boy. And we're gonna go ahead and get this done. And everything else. Now we're at phase. What did it say? What phase? Because we're at 1308 rotations, which is basically blocks. Rotos means blocks. Phase 5, is it? Phase 5? Yeah, it looks like phase 5. So, like, yeah, there's different, and we were actually expanding our actually rolled. Yeah, we're at phase 5. Alright, awesome. So, anybody who's new to the channel, basically, we've been doing this kind of world. Now, basically, we started with just nothing. We were just on this block particular, and we actually had expanded out to all the stuff. You can see that we kind of did little bit expansions and stuff like that. Now, I kind of eventually had to build this because, like, the mobs were actually killing any kind of, like, animal that I had and stuff like that. We almost lost our dog. We almost, like, we did lose a pen full of sheep and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, that's just part of, like, what they... Ow. Ouch. One of the two things you just do is you just basically mine the block. And it should be able to, just, oh, changing the face. Oh, I knew we were close. I knew we were close. All right. So what's it? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Now, what's actually happening is it's changing the biome. It should tell you what it is. There'll be fireworks, no 9 yards. Wait for 2, 1. Daytime course, but now we're in the mesa. Yay! Anything Mesa related is now on. Now, we started with just the basic, which was just stone and stuff like that. That's why we were able to get like a few things, stone and wood. And it kind of just rotates through a lot of it. Now, I'm just trying to be careful not to get too close to the edge. Now, every so often a mob will spawn. That's what you gotta be careful for. That's also why I set up this like little kind of device so that way kind of keeps everything, so you still kind of do mining, whatever, whatnot. At the same time, you're not going to be like falling off edges or whatever, whatnot. So I think we're going to try, I don't know. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's exactly what I meant. Whew. Okay. Now, one thing I wish we could get is, like, crafting tables and stuff like that, right? That would be very handy. And if you can offer me, please, thank you. And I want to see what else we could do. Now, you could easily just stay with the one block, but, like, honestly, you're not going to get anywhere. Basically, what it wants you to do is just to kind of, you know, make yourself like a little bit of like an area and stuff like that. So, which is actually what we're doing. This will be kind of like more of a kind of, these are all going to be kind of like their own different little biomes and stuff like that. I really don't want to do too much with the cobble. If I can, just a bit more. Rest in peace, Bunny. Stuff like that. Now, I could put a roof on this. Now, that's probably not a bad idea. it's just with what you have to build kind of like with that and work thing. That's kind of why we set up these chests to kind of get some stuff. So here we got like some the kind of more different biome based things. Like here's like all the ores, which is actually fine that I put that in here. I'll put all those in there because we want to be careful. We actually had a few of the instances where creepers were taking it out, and we actually had to build like something away from it so that way it was going to, you know, kind of keep most of my stuff safe. So with all that being said, we're just gonna go ahead and I think I will put the extension on before the end of the video. I think what we should do is just more like still grind out maybe to the next thing. Now I don't know how far, like honestly, it goes out to. I don't know. But I think there's end stuff in the further. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. Like mobs will spawn. That's why I got kind of like protection for around this area. Get out of my way. Thank you. Chill. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, let's heal up a teeny tiny here for our next little fiasco. Ow! What? Yeah, Bob, you're cool. Alright. Alrighty, we're healing up, so that's good. That's one thing you gotta avoid is having the mobs and stuff like that, so you gotta be prepared for anything. As you can tell that there's already stuff, change your mind. And you can get like ores and stuff like that, so like you're not worrying about like food, whatever, whatnot. That's one of the few things it did give us was a little bit of food. But as you like I said, expand your island, whatever, whatnot, it does allow more animals to kind of like spawn in, and you could probably like make farms, whether whatnot. Probably more fun that you have somebody you're playing with and stuff like that, because one of you can actually grind while the other kind of like does building and stuff like that. Now you do have to on occasion cycle through like swords, pickaxes, and axes. That's fine. So we're gonna just let a few of these run in, and we're gonna actually go ahead and sing and maybe do a small extension. I want to try to keep like it where terrain is like. Thank you. I don't want to give them a chance to take a bite. I think even my dog agrees. Oh, and on occasion too, I forgot you get these. So when you open it up, it will give you a whole mess of stuff. Now, like I said, we're in the mesa, so this will be things like from mines, stuff like that, which if anybody doesn't know or doesn't play the game, the Mesa Islands in Minecraft are basically the Badlands, if anybody knows that in real life. Basically, not a lot goes there. Do you mind? And so basically, you just have to make your work with it, and you have to with it. Now, we did get a few things earlier. You could see we have a few things on there. I think this would be that chest because due to the fact that, you know, it did have a few of those things from that particular area. So we're going to just put this away. You just want to be careful not to have too much on you, because if you don't want to lose anything by chance, chances are 9% if you don't. You're going to end up losing something for sure, and it's not going to be very pretty. Now, it does still do day cycles, so it's the thing. That's why when I came in, I had to go ahead and sleep and stuff like that. So, yeah. So, if you do die just by chance, just letting anybody know who does want to play it in Minecraft, this is the fact that once you die, you lose anything that was on you. So, try to regularly kind of like do... Ow. Really? Yo, do you mind? Thank you. Like the spiders from caves are really bad because they're the ones that kind of like poison you and stuff like that. And the thing is, if you're just more worried about like, see, this is exactly what I meant. So make sure, this is why I say make sure you have not anything important on you. Now we could have easily maybe done something with like more of a kind of like getting some better armor or whatever whatnot. Yeah, that's another thing. And the mobs will spawn, so you may also want to look at maybe doing something where, you know, you're covered from anybody. So we're just gonna grab this, this, and this, and we're gonna pop that. Okay, all right. Excuse me, Mr. G. Okay, number was it? All right. We also had a couple chests in here, so like this was just kind of like some of the other stuff that we were using in that. Now you do see that our pickaxe is ready to break, so everything else. Now I could easily should put armor on because like then I don't have to deal with these things. Yes, that is correct. I should be. Let's get to sleep and we'll fix that actually. I don't know about making like too much because like, you know, we do respawn and everything else. We also have a couple things that we've been working and cleaning and doing here on the like just one block world. So hang on a second here. You know, I'm gonna have to do some resorting. I'm just gonna shove a couple things in different areas here. Why does it sound like there's a spider nearby? I don't know why. Okay, that's interesting. All right. We should maybe make chest plate. That would probably not be a bad idea. And we are going to need, like I said, some other thing. Okay, I'm just trying to find some wood here. Oh, there he is. Yes, they will spawn. Once they get knocked off, they won't come back. Don't worry about it. So if you knock it off, don't worry. Ain't going anywhere else. And we got some booties. I just don't go to chest. Alright, well, we can fix them, most of that. I don't think I should bring my dog, like, just for the fact that I want to keep him nice and safe. What's it gonna do? Okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll put chest plate on. And we're going to need to make some sticks. Good thing we got a few of those earlier, because we do need it. And I did lose my sword. Oh, wonderful. I don't want to keep any of that stuff with me because, like, if I lose any of that stuff, I'm going to be so upset right now. All right. We're going to leave the coconut there. We are going to only grab half or a quarter of our food. Because if we lose any of our food, I don't know how long it's going to take us to get. Are you okay, buddy? You want some food later? Okay. I'll find you some steak. And another thing is, sometimes you will get, like, stuff that'll try to knock you off. That's why that one block seemed to kind of, like, come from the air and stuff like that. Like, it's kind of the thing. And that one's broke. Okay. Well, that's fine. I thought they get a clue by now. They can't bite me as easy. That's why they're now like backing up. Okay. And occasionally that happens. If you don't hit it fast enough, it will actually cause that type of damage. Now, what we will do is kind of fix that up because I do not want any of that for spiders and stuff like that. And we do want animals in that to kind of like spawn. All right. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to work with that. All right. When you have creepers, make sure you get them right away because they will take out, like you saw, a large portion of your island. What's this? Ooh. Some better goodies. Okay. Alright. Well, you know what? We're going to just put it all away. I don't think there's anything like we could do with the rails right at this moment. Like, we don't got that big of an island. I mean, we could easily, like, build and make it a bigger island. But we would have to use, like, a whole bunch of different materials. I don't know if I really want to go like that, but, you know. I think it's about every... Imagine if it just exploded on the way down. That'd be so funny. Yeah, I want to build that perimeter, just because of the fact I gotta be careful. You don't want them to kind of like be bouncing back onto anything. Okay, we're gonna that, then we'll go back to this. Okay. Like, I like the mesa because you get a lot of like variety items. Like, I like the stones and stuff like that. And you can, like I said, you can find mines in Minecraft when you see one. Like, not a lot of times, like, I've been in one and there wasn't one mine by chance. But, like, you usually get one about 90% of the time, for sure. So, we're just gonna let that, I don't know, because, like, we were at, 1888, yeah, so... I like the colors though. We're getting lots of colors. Like maybe later on if we could get like spawn eggs, stuff like that. We did have quite a few different items. But a lot of it was lost when we had our one little accident with creepers and stuff like that. So we couldn't get lots of... Okay, we're good. Like, a lot of it is quickly, you could pass through a lot of it quickly. But there are times, like, where it's not as easy. We didn't get a lot of diamond. Well, we probably did have diamonds, but because of a... Yeah, so it depends. One thing is that when you're doing, like, these, like, survival things, some of them are not like this. It's just one basic block, just drops any random item. Oh, look at this, we got bunnies. This one has like a rotation cycle, so like I said, it does cycle through most of the stuff. But we got some bunnies. I like bunnies. I used to have a bunny, but that was like when I was small. Like, I wasn't allowed to keep it. My mom was allergic. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? I don't know. Do we build this island with just the random blocks? I mean, it's gonna feel really like flimsy weird, I think. I mean, we do got a lot. And it would probably give us a chance to have, like... Oh, he's on the edge. Okay. Alright. Just remember one thing, though. If you're going to be building out and stuff like that, the more blocks and that you have, the more mobs are going to spawn in. But I just don't want to be, like, bounded down by too much... too many blocks and stuff like that. That's why, like I said, you would need like a friend, one that would be building, and then one that would be like grinding out for some of the stuff and all the different supplies and stuff like that. I'm hoping we'll get like more like different types of animals and stuff like that. If, like I said, if you falls, look at that, it just goes. Well, I don't know where it goes, honestly. There. We're just gonna go over here. We've been doing like this island now for a while, like I said. So this has been kind of a very interesting kind of like experience trying to get this island kind of like more like expanded and stuff like that. Because when you have a small island, it's hard when you're trying to have animals and stuff like that. Because like certain things don't spawn after that. And it's not really like fun after that. I don't know how far we want to expand like this biome in particular. So we're just gonna head back over. And we're just gonna go head to bed. Anyway. We are getting, like I said, an extension, which is pretty good. Oops. Well, I did that one. Okay, well, anyways, let's not worry about it for now. Can't worry about the mistakes when you make them. Just roll with it. Now I guess it's kind of like a sheep, a little bit of something, like where they can go. There. There. Now we do need like grassy areas for animals and stuff. Because due to the fact that they need places themselves to, you know, eat and grow them and have other things. Now we do need sandstones when it comes to, like over here. Now we do got lots of this. Now we could probably make something, that needs like sand-based items. I was hoping like things like villagers would have spawned or something like that. They would help out with a lot of this stuff. But they didn't, so we're just going to have to roll with what we have. And make what we do with what we were given. And we're just going to just make our island. Because the more room that we have, we could put more like structures over time. Like I said, I haven't touched this one in a while. So this has been kind of one of the few things I didn't really do. We do still have like holes and stuff like that. Like we got to be careful for some of the things. Because you don't want to be able to fall through that and hurt yourself and stuff like that, especially if you're trying. Okay, what else do we have? We got so many chests. We had like a few things that we were working with at the time. So like having all this extra like iron, gold. Yeah, there we go. I'm just debating like what should be the next kind of like step. Did he die? Okay. Well, rest in peace. So I don't know what happened there. We had to under and treat him. See, here's his leads. He fell off the edge. Poor dude. As you can see, like I'm just kind of like placing them at random. We're just making, like I said, extension areas to have some of our other stuff to be able to expand that in. What else do we want to do? I don't know. I guess what happened is he went to spawn, but then he just spawned on the edge and just died from falling. But his llamas made it. He just didn't make it himself. So that's kind of a bit of a wrap. So rest in peace, Mr. Trader. Hopefully he didn't take too long to go pop and go pop. I don't know what we're gonna do in this area yet. This is kind of like the display kind of area. I know I'm making it out of like random stuff. Yeah. We really gotta repair that because I don't want to slip on that one and go down myself. We do got lots of different like little things. Now we could do some of the other stuff. We do got lots of blocks. I know our one area could easily be expanded more fully. That way we don't have all this in our inventory. We could clean up a few little of the spots. That's not a bad thing. So let's just do that. And like I said, we're just gonna be random with this one. Some people wouldn't worry about it, and I'm not gonna worry about it. And then we're just gonna roll with the queue on this one. So I can't get back to it. Okay, where is it? Okay, there it is. And the more area we have to, when we have others coming on to like say, like help us out and stuff like that, like we'll have lots of areas that they could build on. Hopefully some more supplies that we can use and stuff like that. Now this is going to be a large area, isn't it? I'm just trying not to fall off here. I'm just trying to build out. And just trying to get this. There we go. Oh, is there purple messes? I don't know. I've never seen it. Okay, maybe I haven't seen it recently. Maybe there is. That's kind of like for me a new one. It also gives like more chances for like like I said, things like traders and that to kind of like start spawning in and stuff like that. Okay, we're just I'm trying to avoid certain ones. Okay, well, that sound's gone. Oops, wrong one again. There. Alright, well, we're getting like quite a bit of an extension here. Looks like all the animals are flocking over there. That's good. That's what we want them to do. I just hope that when anybody kind of like spawns in, like, or whatever, whatnot, like nobody decides that they want to try to kind of break any of the stuff, because like due to the fact that we do have a lot of stuff on us. Okay, black banks, and we're gonna put food up. There we go. All right. Alrighty. Just checking. That's our ores. Okay, was it? Brown terracotta. Oops. This. Is this? Mushroom? Like, this is going to be our biggest island piece right here. This is the stuff we didn't lose. Like I said, like before, is that we did lose a few times. And we did lose quite a bit of stuff, so. Alright. And well, the animals are enjoying it. We do gotta grow something, but I want it far away from me, because if I'm doing mining, I don't want them to kind of like knock me or whatnot. Oh, wait, there. No. All right, come on. Yes, I know it's nighttime. All right. See, we're getting animals again. That's good. That is what I want. All right. Hopefully more stuff will spawn. It'll just take a little time. I think sometimes what it doesn't realize is that I've actually been on this game for like, well, this particular on it for a while, so I can prepare for some of this stuff. So when it tries to spawn like extra blocks to try to knock you off in that, like, I've already dealt with that, so I know exactly what it's trying to do. You may notice, like, on occasion things will kind of like fall off the edge. Don't worry about it. Not the worst thing that could happen. Just gotta keep going. That's all you can do. Yeah. And also, on a rare occasion, you notice that animals will spawn when you're doing it. Now, we got a little thing going here. Now, we're going to have to work with that. Get a few of these animals tamed. Excuse me. I got the sneezes today. So I'm gonna finish up, I think, in the meantime with this, and I'm going to maybe just kind of like work putting some of these other blocks down. We'll get around to doing more of these like skyblock kind of things. Again, I want to try to get more regular things out for you. It's gonna be a little slow this weekend. I want to try to make sure I got a few kind of done for you. And I hope to get some more stuff in the future. And I want to find maybe some more skyblock stuff that I could do. I don't know if anybody liked it when I had was doing a skyblock thing with some. Now we weren't exactly doing that like a normal skyblock. We just kind of like messed around and then we kind of made our own thing. But if you like that sort of stuff, I'm going to try to get that out more often, and we're going to let the sheep do its thing. I think what I'll do also by the next video that comes out and stuff like that, I'm going to have this all repaired so that way like no animals can like fall off and whatnot. And maybe get into making like a pen for these guys so like we could have a few animals. We should have done as like a farm with her. Just so we can have some like random seeds and stuff like that too. That would have probably been one of the better things. Like I said, we do get a skeleton spawn egg. We don't need to do that one right now. We do got like a mob spawner. I mean, we could grind for some stuff like if we absolutely needed to. Rest in peace. That would probably be another thought for next time. And I'll try to get, like I said, some more videos out for everybody. And try to get things like back to a more regular kind of like posting. I did post really late last night. I couldn't sleep, so I ended up like just posting the video and stuff like that, which is fine. I just wanted to get like things so that everybody had a little bit more variety that they can enjoy and stuff like that. I'm going to also do some more stuff on Little Land SMP. We are doing some random items now. If anybody doesn't know about that, excuse me, Mr. Big. We were actually on a kind of like a hardcore setting originally, but due to some failures, most of us kind of like had, we kind of went to more like just a hard setting, just because the fact that we couldn't keep resetting the sim for like one person and stuff like that. So, but anyway, so I'm gonna keep doing those as well. Now I'm going to, like I said, just spend my time repair this. Yeah, this way, and then come across. Okay. All right, and ooh, you stop it. All right, and maybe one more. There we go. There we go. But we still got that little drop. Oh, give me a second here. What is it? Okay, we got spruce. No, we don't need one. We don't want to fall through that. Okay, well, you know what, just regardless of anything, let's just do a couple, excuse me. Come on. There we go. I don't know why that was so tough to do. And I'm going to try to make it like a little harder for, mobs to like not like be able to spawn and stuff like that. It's still gonna take some time. Like I said, I'm still working with some of the stuff. Okay, so yeah, now we got the panna, so now they shouldn't be dumb enough to fall off the edge. What did we lose? We lost a sheep, I think. We lost a sheep. No, she's over here. Oh, we got 2 sheep. Okay. We got stuff all over the place. Okay.